Pashini Mudra. Pashini Mudra, the noose-like gesture, is a complicated Hatha Yoga posture that is also known as the Yoga Nidra Mudra. From the supine Shavasana, slowly lift both your legs and bring them close to your head as if performing the Halasana. Bend both your legs at the knees and cross your feet behind your neck. Let the ankles of both feet rest against your neck. Note that the legs are locked behind the head while the body reclines on the mid-lower back. Bring your hands together and perform the Namaskar Mudra at your chest. Slowly breathe in and stretch your arms forward into the Agra Mudra and hold the pose. Then bring your hands back to the chest in Namaskar Mudra while breathing out. Repeat this sequence 3 to 9 times. Pashini Mudra stimulates the entire spinal and paraspinal areas that are associated with the 5 lower chakras from the Mooladhara chakra to the Vishuddha chakra. The psychological benefits of this mudra include a release from the unconscious animal conditioning that is afraid of being locked up or chained up. Here, we voluntarily tie ourselves into a knot in order to release the hidden subconscious fears and thus become conscious humane beings. When ready, slowly release the bound up legs and bring them back to the ground. Enjoy a well-deserved rest in the supine Shavasana while performing deep breathing. Sahajoli Mudra. Sahajoli Mudra, the natural power gesture, is done while balancing on the head in Shirsasana. If you are proficient in the Shirsasana, slowly attain to a steady and comfortable posture from which you may then perform the 2 parts of the Sahajoli Mudra. To do the first part, bend your knees until the soles of your feet are touching one another. This is the frog-like action of the Manduka Mudra. Hold your breath and apply as much pressure as possible from sole to sole while holding your breath out. After holding the mudra for a comfortable period of time, slowly bring your feet back up to the straight-legged position on an incoming breath. Release the Shirsasana and slowly bring your legs down to the ground. Relax in the Shashangasana for a short while and enjoy the energetic pranic activation of your circulatory and nervous systems that is produced by this mudra. To perform The second part of the Sahajoli Mudra, attain to a comfortable and steady Shirsasana. Slowly entwine your legs into the Garuda Mudra, the eagle gesture of the feet. At the beginning, keep the entwined legs bent and then straighten them upwards on a deep incoming breath. Hold the stretched position with a held-in breath for a comfortable period of time. Then, on an outgoing breath, bring your entwined legs back to the bent position. Repeat this action of bending and straightening your knees a few times. When ready, slowly release your bound up legs and come back to the Shirsasana. Slowly come back down to the ground and relax in the Shashangasana. Then enjoy a deep period of relaxation in the Shavasana to let the benefits of this practice seep into each and every cell of your body. The Sahajoli Mudra rejuvenates the entire neuroendocrine system and leads to the attainment of overall good health and well-being. Both of these practices are of an advanced nature and must be learned from a competent guru, as this presentation is merely an introduction and not a substitute for direct instruction. Bhujangini Mudra. To perform the flaring cobra gesture, take up the Gomukhasana, which is a prone position with your entire body in a straight line. In this technique, the emphasis is on the breathing pattern and the production of a mighty hissing sound through the clenched teeth. Slowly bring your arms forward and keep the palms on the ground alongside the respective shoulder. Take in a deep breath while performing the Gomukhasana. While making a mighty hissing sound on the out-breath, flare back into the Bhujangasana. On the incoming breath, relax back onto the face prone position and then again flare back with a mighty hiss on the out breath. Repeat this mudra at least 3 to 6 times at each session. The Bhujangini Mudra helps to release the pent-up stress that accumulates in our system from our daily life and provides great emotional and mental relief. It is an excellent stress buster and is a must for all in this day and age. Finally, relax in the Gomukhasana for a period of relaxation, letting the benefit of this mudra seep into every part of your body. Simha Mudra. The lion gesture has a special arrangement of the jaw and tongue while doing Simhasana, the lion pose. The tongue is extended as far as possible and the eyes fixated at that midpoint between the eyebrows. To perform this mudra with the Simha Nada or roar of a lion, lock up your feet in the Padmasana. Close both your hands in a tight fist with the thumbs in the middle of the fist. Come onto your knees and balance with your fists on the ground in front of you. Take in a deep breath while lowering your head towards the abdomen. With an explosive lion-like roar, raise your head and perform the Simha Mudra. Extend your tongue as far as possible and fix the gaze of both your eyes at the midpoint between your eyebrows. Try to look as fierce as possible. The Simha Mudra produces a strong digestive and nervous system that can stomach and fight any battle offered as a challenge by life. This practice was a favorite of Yoga Maharshi Dr. Swami Geethananda Giri, who was known as the Lion of Pondicherry for his great courage in the face of adversity. Tadagi Mudra. This tank-like gesture of Hatha Yoga is performed from a sitting position. Sit erect in the Uttana Asana with your legs stretched out in front of you. Keep your torso as straight as possible. Bend forward and catch hold of the outside of your feet with the thumb and first two fingers of both hands. Lift your head and stretch the neck with a small back bend. Bring your chin down to the chest while breathing out. Hold the breath out and hollow up your abdomen by pulling your abdominal muscles in as far as possible. Hold this mudra 10 to 15 seconds. When ready, release the abdomen back to its normal position. Slowly come back to the sitting position and lift your chin off the chest while taking in a deep inhalation. With practice, the mudra may be held for a duration of even up to 3 minutes. A wonderful massage of all abdominal organs occurs during this practice, leading to improved abdominal and pelvic circulation. The gastric fire is stimulated and the abdominal musculature is also toned up in a healthy manner. This mudra gets its name Tadagi because the abdomen is lifted like a tank. Viparita Karani. Viparita Karani is the shoulder stand like mudra, where the weight of the body is supported by the elbows, while the hands are placed against the pelvic girdle. From the supine Shavasana, slowly lift both your legs up as if performing the Sarvangasana. However, the weight of your body should be balanced on your elbows and arms and not on your shoulders. Hold the posture in a comfortable manner and then start to perform the incomplete and complete actions of this mudra. Perform the incomplete action by taking a deep inhalation and bringing your straightened legs towards your head so that your body makes an acute angle. Then perform the completed action by pushing your legs away while exhaling the breath. Make sure that your feet are extended in a rigid position, making an obtuse angle. Breathe in, bringing your feet towards your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, pushing your feet away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue the Viparita Karani for a minimum of 3 to 9 rounds of this alternation between the incomplete and complete postures with the breath cycle. Viparita Karani promotes a healthy metabolic function by stimulating the pancreas and the uptake of insulin by cells of the body. It is highly recommended for the prevention, control, and possible cure of conditions such as diabetes mellitus and imbalances of the thyroid gland. It is also useful to reduce prolapsed organs such as the uterus or rectum back into their normal location. When ready, slowly bring your legs down to the ground in a phased manner and enjoy a quiet period of relaxation in the Shavasana. Different mudras are used in various Hatha Yoga sequences and Kriyas to improve the energy flow in the body as well as to help attain a state of meditation in action. Concentration is improved and the mind settles into the body better when such mudras are used. It also adds to the inherent benefit of the asana or the kriya. Vajra Veerasana with the Hastha Mudra sequence. Several Hastha Mudras can be used while sitting in the Ekapada Vajra Veerasana. Sit in the Vajrasana and then slowly perform the Vajra Veerasana. Bring your left foot forward so that it is flat on the ground with your toes in line with your right knee. The weight of your body should be balanced on the ball of the toes of your right foot. Place the palms of both hands together in the Namaskar Mudra. Breathe in and lift your hands high over the head into the Anjali Mudra. Breathe out and lower your hands back to the Namaskar Mudra. Breathe in and extend your hands with your palms together into the Agra Mudra. Breathe out and bring your hands back to the Namaskar Mudra at the chest. To repeat the practice, breathe in and perform Anjali Mudra. Breathe out and perform Namaskar Mudra. Breathe in and perform Agra Mudra. Breathe out and perform Namaskar Mudra. At least 3 rounds of this body movement and breath coordination practice should be performed before changing over to the opposite side. This practice stimulates powerful energy currents in the upper portion of the body and rejuvenates the cranial nerves, as well as tones up all components of the spinal column, especially in the cervical region. When ready, relax back to the Vajra Veerasana and then come into a relaxed Vajrasana. Vriksha Kriya, the tree action. A Kriya or structured set of movements can be performed out of Vrikshasana, the tree pose, by using several Hastha Mudras, with the arms extending out like the branches of a tree. From the Samasthiti Asana, perform Vriksha Asana by bringing your left foot onto your right thigh while standing on your right leg. After attaining to a stable Vrikshasana, bring your hands into the Namaskar Mudra. Lift your hands high over the head into the Anjali Mudra while taking a deep inhalation. Breathe out and slowly lower your hands straight out to the side with your arms in line with your shoulders. Make sure that your palms are kept facing upward. Breathe in and bring your hands back to the Namaskar Mudra at the chest. Rest in the Namaskar Mudra and perform a slow exhalation. Breathe in and slowly extend your hands forward into the Agra Mudra. Breathe out while slowly bringing your hands back to the Namaskar Mudra at the chest. This completes 1 round of the Vriksha Kriya. To perform a second round of this practice, bring your hands into the Namaskar Mudra. Breathe in and lift your hands into the Anjali Mudra. Breathe out and slowly lower your hands straight out to the side. Breathe in and bring your hands back to the Namaskar Mudra. Rest in the Namaskar Mudra and perform a slow exhalation. Breathe in and slowly extend your hands into the Agra Mudra. Breathe out and slowly bring your hands back to the Namaskar Mudra. At least 3 rounds of this movement and breath coordination activity should be performed while balancing on one leg before performing the Kriya while balancing on the opposite side. This practice improves coordination and stimulates powerful energy currents in the upper portion of the body. It also induces a sense of steady balance and strength in the lower limbs. Both sides of the brain are activated by this right-left coordination activity that is a wonderful tool to improve concentration and develop a greater attention span in young children. Slowly release the hand and foot position and come back to the Samasthiti Asana for a period of quiet relaxation and contemplation. Chakra awareness with Hastha Mudras. The sitting Vajrasana or thunderbolt position is an excellent example of a position where the hands can be used to generate pranic energies and awareness at the different chakric levels. From the Vajrasana, stretch your arms up and join your palms together in the Anjali Mudra. The whole back is given an excellent stretch in this pose. The entire Pranamaya Kosha as well as the Sahasrara Chakra and all the higher chakras that exist above it are energized by this mudra. Slowly bring your hands down to your head with your wrists touching the top of your head, thus forming a beautiful triangular frame for your face. This is the Kailash Mudra that energizes the Sahasrara Chakra. When the hands are brought down from the Kailash Mudra and placed in front of the forehead, we can energize our Ajna Chakra or center of inner intuition. This energizes our pituitary gland, that is the master conductor of our endocrine orchestra. This helps us to obtain excellent glandular health. As we bring the Namaskar Mudra to the front of the neck, we can feel the energetic vibrations that recharge the Vishuddha Chakra and normalize our thyroid function. When the Namaskar Mudra is brought down to the chest region, we can feel the healing energies flood through our Anahata or heart chakra. This sequence of mudras helps us to recharge the psychic battery of our Pranamaya Kosha and produces health and well-being at all levels of our existence. Gomukha Mudra in Gomukha Asana. Sit in the Vajrasana with your spine as erect as possible. Take up the Gomukha Asana by crossing your knees with the right leg over the left. Bring your feet back so that you are sitting between the heels of your crossed feet. Perform the Gomukha Mudra by taking your right hand over your right shoulder and catching it from behind by your left hand. Fix your gaze on the tip of your upright elbow and enjoy the creation of the benign energy of the bovine life forms. This practice creates a healthy circulation in the upper part of the body and massages all tissues of the neck, shoulder, and upper areas of the spinal column. It also releases unhealthy tension that tends to accumulate in the upper spinal and neck regions from sedentary desk jobs and physical inactivity. Slowly release the hand and leg position and come back to Vajrasana to enjoy a short period of relaxation with deep breathing. Manduka Mudra in Manduka Asana. Sit in Vajrasana and then open your knees to create a wide-kneed posture. Rearrange your feet so that the great toes of both your feet are as close as possible behind your back. This is the Manduka Asana. To perform the Manduka Mudra, take both your arms over your shoulders and place the palms onto the sides of your spinal column. Bring both elbows as close together as possible while keeping your head balanced and looking straight ahead. The Manduka Mudra in Manduka Asana fully opens the whole shoulder and upper back region, giving this overused region an excellent stretch. It also helps to improve upper chest breathing and creates a healthy chest expansion that is useful in patients of chronic respiratory conditions. The Manduka Asana helps to realign the whole pelvis and helps in creating good reproductive and excretory health. When ready, slowly release your hands and feet and come back to the sitting position for some deep breathing and relaxation. Hamsa Mudra in Prasarita Uttana Asana. Take up the equal balance standing Samasthiti Asana. Jump with your feet a couple of feet apart and stretch your arms to the sides. The arms should be stretching the chest from side to side. Turn to your right with your hands straight out from your shoulders. Turn your entire torso and stretch the arms sidewards. Bring your arms behind your back and perform the Hamsa Mudra by joining your palms together. Back bend gently and then stretch forward until your forehead touches your knee. If possible, bring your chin to the knee and give your entire back an excellent stretch. Don't let your knees bend at any point. Hold the position for 30 seconds. Slowly release and come back in the same manner that you went into the pose. Repeat on the opposite side, giving an equal balance to both sides of your body. This practice ensures good spinal health as well as a healthy abdominal massage. An excellent sense of balance is also developed by the regular practice of this technique. Slowly come up and relax in Samasthiti Asana with a few rounds of deep breathing. Hamsa Mudra in Padottanasana. Stand in Samastiti Asana and jump with your feet 3 to 4 feet apart. Stretch your arms to the side so that they are pulling your chest in opposite directions. Slowly raise your arms parallel to each other above the head and give a good stretch from top to bottom. Slowly and steadily bring your hands down to the ground in between your feet. Lift your head and stretch your entire spinal region. Push your head down and place it on the ground between your two hands. Slowly lift both hands and perform the Hamsa Mudra, the swan gesture, by joining your palms behind your back. Hold the position for 30 seconds. This practice ensures a good supply of blood to the upper part of the body and the head by virtue of being one of the head below the heart postures. This can also help reset the blood pressure regulatory mechanism and may be of use in mild to moderate hypertension. The shoulders and back as well as the leg muscles get an excellent stretch. When ready, slowly release the pose. Adjust yourself to come back up to the Samastiti Asana in the same manner as you went into the pose. Relax with a few rounds of deep breathing and enjoy the benefits of this practice as it permeates through your entire circulatory system. Garuda Hastha Mudra in Garuda Asana. Stand in a steady and comfortable Samastiti Asana. Perform the Garuda Asana by balancing on your left leg while bringing your right leg across and around the left so that both legs are entwined. Now perform the Garuda Hastha Mudra by crossing your right hand over the left so as to entwine both hands. Bring the entwined arms inward and twist them up to your face level. The performance of the Garuda Hastha and Pada Mudras, when done together, helps to maximize the benefits of both these mudras. This provides a slow and sustained stretch to the muscles of the arms and legs. This produces an excellent relaxation response in these tissues. Repeat the practice by performing it on the opposite side in order to also attain the healthy musculoskeletal benefits on that side of your body too. This is a useful prelude to other relaxation practices and also helps to develop a keen sense of perfect balance. Nerve currents that stimulate glandular activity are also stimulated by this practice. Garuda Mudra in the Garuda Asana stretches the spinal column and is a boon for those suffering from problems of the lower back. When ready, Slowly release the foot and hand positions and come back to the Samasthiti for some deep breathing and relaxation. Kshatrian Kriya with Mudra sequence. A beautiful use of various mudras can be seen in the performance of the Kshatrian Kriya or warrior sequence. This is based on the military procedure where the soldier offers his weapons in a salute to his commander. From the Samasthiti Asana, jump with your legs 3 feet apart, keeping your arms stretched out from the shoulders parallel to the ground. Bend your knee as if performing the Veerasana and turn your torso with the arms to the sides. Bring your hands to the chest in Namaskar Mudra. This is the base position from which the entire Kshatrian Kriya will be now performed. Breathe in and lift your hands into the Anjali Mudra. Back bend lightly and then bring your hands to the Namaskar Mudra on the out breath while straightening your spine. Stretch your hands forward into the Agra Mudra while breathing in. Slowly come back to the Namaskar Mudra on the out breath. This is the first part of this practice. To perform the second part, breathe in and lift your hands into the Anjali Mudra and bend back lightly. Bring your hands to the Namaskar Mudra at the chest on the out breath. On the in breath, stretch into the Agra Mudra and continue the movement forward, bringing your folded hands down to the ground while breathing out. Keep your folded hands on the ground and look up, giving an excellent stretch to your neck. Breathe out in this position and then, on an incoming breath, slowly come back up to the Agra Mudra. Bring your hands back to the Namaskar Mudra while breathing out. To perform the third part of this practice, breathe in and perform Anjali Mudra and back bend lightly. Slowly come back to the Namaskar Mudra on the out breath. On an incoming breath, stretch into the Agra Mudra and then bring your folded hands down to the ground on the out breath. Keeping your hands on the ground, look up and stretch your neck while breathing in. Slowly lower your head onto the folded hands on an out breath. Hold the pose for a few seconds. Slowly lift your head and come back to the Agra Mudra on an incoming breath. Bring your hands back to the Namaskar Mudra while breathing out. Slowly turn your body back to the front. Release the open-legged stance and bring your arms back to your sides. Enjoy a quiet relaxation in the Samasthiti Asana. Each of the 3 parts of this sequence of movements, synchronized with mudras and the breath, is to be repeated 3 times, and then the entire procedure done on the opposite side to attain an even balance of the vital energies. The Kshatrian Kriya with the Hastha Mudra sequence is an excellent preventive and corrective technique for various musculoskeletal disorders and helps to develop an excellent sense of balance and coordination, as well as improve the attention span.